very important in fishing. We talked about the 4 types of fishing reels. Anybody want to take a stab at that and identify one of those? I'll even give you a chance. You can even look up here and get it right. Anybody want to take a chance? Vita? Would you like?
Spinning.
Spinning reel, okay. That happens to be a reel that fits on the bottom of a rod, hangs down low like this, and you'll see an example of those next week or in the next day or two. Okay, anybody else? Wes, what's another one? Oh, has to be one of these 3 now. A fly reel. That's a reel that they use for catching trout, salmon, flying fish. Everybody hear of a flying fish? Okay. Erica, what about you? Want to take a stab? We've only got 2 left.
Bait casting.
Bait casting. Wow. And you're going to hear a lot about that one today because that's what I have in my hand right here. This is a bait casting reel. Okay. Lori? How about another one? There's only one left.
One left. I'd have to say spin cast.
A spin cast. And that's a reel that most of you probably have seen at one time or another. It's a reel that's enclosed, most of them are called Zebcos, and a line comes right out the front of them. They're easy to cast, they don't backlash, so they're real easy to handle. Most people start out with that type of rod. Also yesterday, we talked about 2 knots that were used in fishing. One was a Palomar, and the other one was a double Palomar. And we will talk about that as we go through the lesson. Okay, now, we want to talk a little bit about our vocabulary words because these are words that are going to be really, really strong in our topic of pitching and flipping. Structure, graphite, flipping, and pitching. Okay? Who wants to take a stab at the vocabulary on structure? Levita?
Could it be like a log or a brush that was in the lake that you wanted to fish?
Absolutely. This is a target that when you are flipping and pitching, that you are actually tossing to. And this can be above the water or it can be below the water. And now we have all of this technology. On my fishing boat, I've got this big screen and it actually shows me a picture of things that I can't see underneath the water. So that's kind of exciting. Anybody know what graphite is, Larry? You've been around a while, you ought to know.
Oh yeah, graphite, well, it occurs in nature, but it also is something they use strands of graphite to make things like shafts for golf clubs,
okay.
Parts of ball bats,
okay.
Even, except they splinter ball bats, so they outlaw those. And then, like your fishing rod there.
Right, fishing rod. It's a material that most anglers prefer to flip and pitch with. And the reason for, okay?
Why do they prefer that?
Well, it's because of the feel of the rod. You can actually feel a fish bite that rod. If I was to pitch that out there and a fish was to touch it, the graphite enables me to feel that. It sends a signal all the way down here. And if you'll notice, it comes out right at the bottom here. My finger is on that. So I can actually feel a fish biting me. Now, I have friends that tell me that they can feel the fish before the fish ever bites the lure. I haven't got that good yet, but maybe someday.
And the graphite, again, is what part?
The graphite is the rod. Just feel of this, Wes. It's pretty smooth. Now, if we were to cut that back or splinter it down, we would see long strands. Now, girls, and I'm going to encourage you too. You know, women fish. I have a lot of friends that are females and fish. Sarah?
But isn't graphite the same thing that our pencils are made out of, the lead in our pencils?
That's a graphite material. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, I've not researched that, but that would be a great thing for you to do for tomorrow's lesson. Why don't you look on the computer tonight, Google it, come up with the difference between a graphite fishing rod material and the graphite used in pencils. See if you can do that. You can report back to the class tomorrow, okay? Flipping. Now, this is a technique. Anybody want to take a stab at this? It's pretty easy. Why don't I do? Okay, Lori, you want to?
You just throw it.
You just throw it, okay? We're going to show you how to do that. It's a method of casting short distances, and the key is to hold the lure, okay? Now, if I'm flipping